All right, welcome back. Bender knows best. Uh, your host doesn't schedule very well, so fortunately it's just me tonight. It's probably not going to be a very long podcast because nobody wants to listen to this fatty talk for an hour. So let's start it off by today was opening day. That's right, opening day. Baseball is back for you baseball fans. Unfortunately, the Nats didn't play today due to weather, but you will be able to check them out tomorrow. Max Scherzer is pitching against Homer Bailey, and that game is in Cincinnati. Hopefully, weather permitting, you guys can watch that. Cubs won today against the Marlins at 9-2, and the Orioles squeaked one out in the 11th inning with Adam Jones hitting a missile into left field. Yeah, into left field in the 11th inning. Whew, always good to start out the year. Apparently did the same thing last year. Well, he didn't. Mark Trumbo did last year. What, Harley? I can't hear you. Come here. You want to come in? That's fine. You come on in. But, what? Yeah, I know. But it's great for those baseball fans. I know Mikey's super excited. He loves his Nats. And so he gets to watch them lose this year to the Cubs, just like last year. So I'll just be just as happy. But main thing here to talk about is, like right up here, Orioles. I mean, not Orioles, Capitals. Capitals who've won 8 out of their last 9 against some pretty tough competition, I would say. Let's see. They started this win off, beat San Jose, beat San Jose, beat Winnipeg, the Islanders again. The heck is that? Don't know. Blew one in Philly. It wasn't a good game. 6-3 into Philly. And then Dallas beat Dallas. Detroit shutout. Not sloppy game against Montreal. Just blew the Rangers out 4-0 in the first game of the home and home. And last night got that OT winner against Hank. And that just, I think, to me shows you how good Henrik Lundqvist really is. Hey, what's up, Matt? But it just, like, their backup goalie was just horrendous. I mean, we ran him in the first period. I mean, the game really turned in the game on Monday night when Kuzi tried to go for the Michigan-style lacrosse shot from behind the net. Had he made that, it probably would have been an all-out brawl. It probably just would have been almost bench clearing at that point. What's up, Val? But last night was definitely different. I mean, they're a different team with Hank. I mean, clearly. I mean, they may have their backup ready coming in soon, but Henry Lundqvist is still the man for them. And I mean, as he goes, they go. I mean, granted, right now they're a little trouble for scoring, but their rookies and young players didn't look bad. Anderson from Sweden, he's going to be probably a blossoming star. Jimmy Hayes, a big ass. I mean, that goal, hope he even knew it was a goal. But I mean, it's great to see. You got Ovi not having to be such a huge force on the power play this year. Most of his goals are even strength, which is shocking. But still, they're all from the same place. If they're not from his office, he's actually in front of the net for once. But I was actually looking at stats though, and there's like a bunch of guys. There's actually a few guys who are actually having career highs right now. Kuznetsov with 25 goals, Lars Eller with 18 goals, Carlson with 15, and his career year for Carlson even. So this is going to be a big thing, I think, for him. And I know there's been talk about will they let him go in the offseason. I mean, the longer that we wait, the harder it's going to be to sign. I don't know. I mean, I just don't see that's. I wouldn't want to play him if he stays in the East. So I hope the Caps re-sign him personally. I don't know, Matt, what you think or whatnot, or anybody else necessarily thinks, but that's just my opinion. I mean, you could please ship Brooks Orpik off in the offseason and get some cap room. But like Brent Connolly, I think will break his career high in goals in 15. Tom Wilson, I mean, even Tom's actually contributing, but I think almost anybody is going to contribute if you're on that top line with Ovi. I mean, and Kuzi is finally deciding to shoot instead of pass first. I mean, I don't know how you Ukrainians and Russians don't shoot all the time. You know, Val, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. But yeah, it's a definite difference of the last 8 games. Previous 2 years, I mean, they already knew that they were going to win the President's Trophy. So I mean, clearly, I mean, they just let off the gas, and good teams know how to not let off the gas. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for us. I mean, I just think we just I don't know, we find ways to fail. It's not a good thing for us. But this year it seems like they're really trying to stick to it, and they're gutting it out, and they have to keep winning. Tonight we clinched a playoff spot with New Jersey losing, but Pittsburgh still won. So Pittsburgh, we're only 5 games ahead of Pittsburgh with 6 games left. It's possible 12 points or 10 points. I mean, I don't know if they have 5 left or not exactly, but yeah, it's definitely not something you can sit back on. I would prefer that Pittsburgh and Philly beat up on each other if they make it in the first round. I mean, I'd prefer that. I wouldn't want to see Pittsburgh in the first round, have to see Matt Murray's tall ass again and do the same thing he did this last 2 years. Nobody wants to watch that shit. I don't want to watch it. I don't know about you guys. Do you want to watch it? I don't. It's just, I mean, it sucks. I'm hoping we break that curse. Maybe get to the third round this year. That'd be nice. Nice. But the goaltending has been an issue for me a bit, and I've had some people say, it's Holtby's net. What do you think about Holtby? I personally, I just think you kind of go with what we do, what Pittsburgh did, and last year, they let Marc-Andre Fleury take that net. Until he ran into till we figured him out essentially in the second round, and then they went right back to Murray. And Murray took the reins back again, like he never lost them. Didn't even look like he'd faltered. I mean, and took it and then got him to another cup again. And look at Murray now. He's got the Vegas Knights to the first expansion team ever to make a playoffs. I mean, it's just crazy in my mind that people freak out about this that much. I don't freak out about it that much. It's not something I'm overly worried about. But I mean, I just think right now, if I know they're both nicked up, they're both technically hurt, and even my wife was saying, and she's not a huge, overly sports fan, but she was like, I think Holtby's hurt, and I was like, oh, do you think that? She was like, yeah, I think he's hurt, and if it comes out at the end of the season that he's hurt, I mean, that guy's got gigantic Voigt-sized basketball nuts, especially if it's knee injuries. Knee injuries are not nice, and this is the same thing he's been dealing with for a while. Let him sit out then. Grubauer is proving that he can do the job for now, and just let him run with it. I mean, Holtby to me it's not him. He's not been Holtby the last 3 years we've seen him. I mean, it's just not going to be the same guy. And Grubauer's proven. He's young. He's not proven. He's proving himself. And that's all. I think that's all we can ask for. And everybody's going to say the same thing: is what's going to happen when we get in the second round. I mean, there's 5 games left for us in the year, and we'll see what happens. I mean, the regular season. And all I can say is just hope. All you can do is hope. I mean, none of us have any outcome on the game. That's all the guys on the ice. I mean, and it's coming up, 5 games left, and we're playing Carolina tomorrow. Ward has done, I think Ward's going to play against us most likely. And he hasn't done bad against us. He does pretty well sometimes. But Ovi does pretty well against Carolina, though. So hopefully he moves a little closer to 50 in his goals. And then I don't know, Pittsburgh's always a little tough. St. Louis, if Jake Allen is Jake Allen, that's going to be pretty tough for us. I mean, and if especially like this last game against New York, I don't know, I keep New York Rangers, but they kept force feeding it to Ovi, and Ovi, he did hit one. He beat Henrik Lundqvist and hit the post and then went wide, and everybody's trying to force him to get this 50, and I just think we need to you can't force it to him. You can't. It's just not going to work. I mean, everybody and their mother knows Ovi's going to stand there, and he moves a little bit, but he's going to stand there, and just it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work well. I mean, and that stupid slingshot pass that they do. It's just, I mean, how does nobody pick that off? Like, I'm sitting at home, I can see that coming a mile away. And I'm like, oh, here it goes. And then almost 98% of the time, it almost gets picked off. And, it almost does. But then, it's all they got to do. And I'm going to look like a horse's ass one day. And Carlson's going to spin around and go to pass it. And somebody's going to bite on it. And he's going to keep it. And then just go right up the ice. And I'm going to look like a horse's ass. But, it's whatever. I'd rather look like that than have it get picked off, which I'm pretty sure teams have studied and whatnot. But the last game last couple of games, just the last power play hasn't been bad. But it hasn't. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I like the way we are on I like the fact that we are being more economical with our shots. Guys are even getting shots on, and TV reporters all the time are talking about how, Kuzi's, like I said, all these guys are getting goals, and it's because I think we're shooting from everywhere. Oshi's finally coming off that concussion. I mean, he's had his concussion, but I mean, these things take a while to come back from. I mean, Matt, you've had one. Mikey, you've had a couple. I've had a couple, and they all have had little things. Harley, come here. Nope, nope, don't come here then. All right, fine. Stay over there and whine. Um, no, but and he's finally shaking those cobwebs off a little bit. And Burakovsky, if he hopefully, he got a squeaker. He got a squeaker against Hank last night. And then Lars, luckily at the end of the game, we were able to get that in. Harley, come here, come here. My goodness, dog. Say hi, Harley. Say hi. I know. I know. And then what was it? And then Lars Eller, he got that nice little tip push up shot into the top of the net last night, right over Hank's shoulder, and Hank sits so far back in his crease. I mean, it's just unreal, And luckily, he was able to just lift it right over him. But I mean, there's games like that. Just like that was a game we didn't even lead all game, and we historically, we're a little and we don't lead at all. We haven't been necessarily been that great. We're an awesome team once we get the lead, especially if we have a lead going into the third period. I mean, I think we're like some ridiculous number, like 1-1 or something like that. Like, I don't know the exact wins off the top of my head. I don't though. But I mean, I'm much more. I'm happy with the way we are kind of playing right now than the way we have played in the past. And hopefully we keep it going. Yerebek and Kempney don't look bad. I mean, it's a toss-up next year. I mean, hopefully Bowie will be up more next year. He's hit up a lot of this year, but I mean, luckily we were able to send him down and him not have to clear waivers, and we can keep him because I think he'll be pretty good. Mikey hit on the nail on the head at the beginning of the year when he said he was hoping he thinks Jews was going to come up, and Shane Gersich I think that's how you say his name, Gersich maybe. If anybody hears that and can tell me his name correctly or pronounce it, I'll say it correctly. I thought it was Garich, but I think it's Gersich. No, he did. He looked awesome. That kid out of North Dakota we got, just let him start, that rookie. He looked pretty good. I mean, fuck it. Let him play the rest of the season. Let's see how it goes. And then if he doesn't good, just put Verana or Chase on or that revolving door you have at the fourth line. But I mean, and let Shane play the third line. He did, and Eller said he did really well. He was picking pockets and driving the net, and almost got a tip in. I mean, and he's still got a motor. Hopefully that drop off that some of those college kids have don't really kick in on with him, because they're not used to playing a season this long. And even he said the tempo was a little bit faster than he's used to. But I mean, just getting out there and he got the butterflies out of the way. I mean. You get that first game under your belt, apparently, from what I've heard players say before, and then you'll see if it goes from there. But no, he looked really good. I think for speed-wise, there was no drop-off from, like, I looked up some of his highlights. And I even think Hershey's head coach, Troy Mann, said that in developmental camp that he thought Garicic was the best like he had his sneaky speed, like deceptive speed, and his shot was very deceptive. But he was probably the most NHL ready. I guess he wanted to finish out, his season in North Dakota, and hopefully it pans out for us. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But I just hope that I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Everybody's saying we have the DC curse or whatever, and everybody's gonna say, "Come talk to me," if they make the second round. But I mean. These are the things you live for. I mean, if you're a Nats fan, you live with the Nats not beating the Cubs last year. If you're an Orioles fan, you deal with them never getting out of the divisional round. If you're a Wizards fan, we deal with the struggles up and down, left and right. Never moving past. The Skins can't get out of their own way. It's just things to deal with. The Caps, I think. I mean, it's going to be up soon. This is probably going to be one of the last years we have a lot of these guys together, hopefully. But, let's see what happens. Carolina is going to be a bright spot. Hopefully tomorrow. It's Friday. It's going to be Good Friday technically. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Lay it on the line for the rest of the season. Don't back off this. Don't let off the gas like you said you've done. And let's keep it going. Just to kind of move on a little bit from here. The NCAA tournament is still going on. I'm gonna say congratulations to Pat. I'm pretty sure you have won our bracket pool. You and Valerie both have Villanova going to the ship, I think, and winning, but I don't think either of you have anybody else going. You didn't have Kansas. You had Kansas getting there, but after this, I don't think anything. So, yeah, you had Kansas meeting. Yeah, almost everybody picked UVA to go. I mean, I picked UVA and Michigan State, and they both, I look like such a nub when it comes to this. But congratulations to you. Let me know. I'll get you your money. But this has been a crazy year. I think I don't know why I doubted Michigan so much. I definitely didn't doubt Villanova. Loyal Chicago. I mean, you've been going out. I don't know what to expect out of you. I mean, you're this year's VCU or Richmond. I think it was VCU though. I think Shaka Smart was the coach, or the Wichita State from like a few years ago. You are that team. Hopefully next year you come back and now everybody's going to be expecting you to do this next year. The light is now on you. But it's been an interesting year. That's going to be Saturday. We got Kansas versus Villanova and Michigan versus Loyola Chicago. So let's see if Big Blue can make it to the ship and against Villanova. I think it's probably going to be Villanova or Kansas, but who do I know? I watch more hockey than anything. I don't watch basketball. Wizards lost again tonight to Detroit. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think John Wall played tonight. If they did, somebody let me know. But yeah, I said this was gonna be quick. This was gonna be a quick one, especially I gotta go finish up. You gotta get everything ready for Easter. I just wanted to say, give a shout out to a couple people though before I end this one. I usually haven't done it. In the 20 episodes I've done this, I haven't really given a shout out. But G-Man to Genius, check his podcast out. Really good content there. And the other side of sports with Black Sports 980. You guys have given me shout outs and really sung my praises, and you guys have got great podcasts to listen to as well. Check those local guys out. Both Maryland based podcasts, and they got good content. Everybody's putting content out there right now. But I gotta get out of here. Thanks for listening. If you guys listen to this, most likely it's gonna be on Friday. So happy Good Friday. If you'll be at the Caps game, I will be there. If you happen to notice me, probably won't. But if you notice me, come say hi. I'll say hi back. And go Caps, and let's beat those Hurricanes. All right, this is Bender Knows Best, and I'm out.